Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, said a very great quote. And like most other overnight successes, it was about 20 years in the making. Too often we convince ourselves that massive successes require massive actions. But the difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you'll decline nearly to zero. See, habits are the compound interest of self improvement. The book Atomic Habits by James Clear is all about this philosophy. He has said something very important. Your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. If you want to predict where you'll end up in life, all you have to do is follow the curve of tiny gains or tiny losses and see how your daily choices will compound 10 or 20 years down the line. He has given an important concept, the plateau of latent potential. It goes like this. We often expect progress to be linear. We hope it will come quickly. In reality, the results of our efforts are often delayed. It is not until months or years later that we realize the true value of the previous work we have done. This can result in a valley of disappointment, where people feel discouraged after putting in weeks or months of hard work without experiencing any results. However, this work was not wasted, it was simply being stored. He says we need to build systems of habits and not goals. He says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. There are three layers of behavior change: outcomes, processes, and identity. Outcome would be publishing a book, process would be a new routine at the gym, and identity would be your worldview. The problem is the direction of change. When people focus on what they want to achieve, it leads to outcome based habits. But when people focus on who they wish to become, it leads to building identity based habits. The ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity. True behavior change is identity change. Habits are not about achieving something, they are about becoming someone. There is a two-step process to changing your identity. It's a simple process. Decide the type of person you want to be. Prove it to yourself with small wins. The process of building a habit can be divided into four simple steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. Nowadays, it would be towards rewards like money and fame, etc. Cravings are the motivational force behind every habit. For a gambler, the sound of the slot machine can be a trigger. Response is the actual habit you perform, but a habit can only occur if you're capable of doing it. The response then delivers a reward. The four stages of habit are best described as a feedback loop. They form an endless cycle that is running every moment you are alive. This cycle is known as the habit loop. Finally, there are the four laws of behavior change. How to create a good habit? From first law to the fourth law, it's about making it obvious, making it attractive, making it easy, and making it satisfying. And now, how to break a bad habit? From the first law to the fourth law, it's about making it invisible, making it unattractive, making it difficult, and lastly, making it unsatisfying. Now, I'll go over these laws briefly so that you have an idea on how these work. Let's talk about the first law, make it obvious. See, you don't need to be aware of the cue for a habit to begin. This is what makes habits useful as well as dangerous. You fall into old patterns without even realizing what's happening. First, you can use a habit scorecard. Make a list of your daily habits, look at each behavior and rate them plus, minus, or equal to, if they are good habits, bad habits, or neutral ones. The question to ask is, does this behavior help me become the type of person I wish to be? Second, use an implementation intention, which is a plan you make beforehand about when and where to act. You can use the sentence, I will, behavior at time in location. You can go a step further and use habit stacking. This method gives the following formula. After current habit, I will, new habit. The key is to tie your desired behavior into something you already do each day. Next, context matters. Habits can be easier to change in a new environment. If you're trying to eat healthier, try a new grocery store. If you want to think more creatively, move to a bigger room or a rooftop, and so on. Lastly, how to eliminate bad habits. Here's an example. If you're playing too many video games, unplug the console and put it in the closet after each use. Make it invisible. Now let's talk about the second law, make it attractive. See, habits are a dopamine driven feedback loop. See, you need to understand this point. Dopamine is released not only when you experience pleasure, but also when you anticipate it. I just talked about habit stacking just a moment back. Now try this method. After current habit, I will habit I need. And secondly, after habit I need, I will habit I want. Say you want to watch sports, but you need to make some sales calls. After you get back from your lunch break, call the relevant people. And after the call, check the sports score. To find and fix the causes of your bad habits, reframe the associations that you have about them. Change just one word. You don't have to, you get to. Exercise can go from I need to go to run to it's time to get healthy and get fast, and so on. Highlight the benefits rather than the drawbacks. Let's talk about the third law, make it easy. See, it's the frequency that matters. We are motivated to do what is convenient. We are motivated to do what is easy. See, every action requires a certain amount of energy. Habits like scrolling on our phones and watching television can be performed almost without any effort. But if your goal is to do 100 push ups per day, that's a lot of energy. Prime the environment. If you want to improve your diet, chop up fruits and vegetables on weekends and pack them in containers so that later you have easy access. You can also use the 2-minute rule, which goes like this. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. The idea is to make your habits as easy as possible to start. To break bad habits, make the habit difficult. Use one-time actions to lock in good habits. Personally, as an example, I use a website blocker called Freedom to be more productive and not visit time-consuming websites. Let's talk about the fourth law, making it satisfying. The cardinal rule of behavior change is this. Whatever is immediately rewarded is repeated, and whatever is immediately punished is avoided. Try to make it satisfying to do nothing. Track your habits, and lastly, have an accountability partner. For all these steps, there are nuances to be taken care of. Make sure to learn about them and much more by reading the book. Now this brings us to the end of the video. If you found this video insightful, do give a thumbs up and subscribe to help support the channel for more such content in the near future. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. See you!